Well, we're still in Tahoe.
Yes.
Because we don't want to leave. I mean, why would you want to leave this place? Andre Iguodala is with us, a member of the Meadowlark family, also a member of the Golden State Warriors, working on his game after his round. What are you doing, man? Why are you working on the game after the round? What happened today?
When you almost kill a set of people on 3 different shots on the same hole,
Yeah.
it's best you come work on your game.
By the way, congratulations on another championship.
Thanks. I keep getting that. I keep getting congratulations, and I always respond for what? And I'm not being funny. I just forgot. What do you mean? That happened so many times. You're just like, oh yeah. That happened
Wait,
again.
you've won so many titles that you forgot you won this last one?
No, you just always say like, oh yeah, that happened again. But it's like, in our world is on to the next. It's like, what's
Right.
tomorrow? We're living in that world of instant gratification, so it's a direct link to me, and I'm trying to fight it, but I can't.
Sure.
So it's all right. What's next for me? Like, what other championship can I go get? So
Right.
that's where my mind's been.
Right.
We were at this welcome party on Wednesday night with, I think you were there, with all the, like, everybody's there. And I'm just wondering, as one of the celebrities, because we walk in that room and it's crazy, Justin Timberlake, just everybody, like, are you totally comfortable in that room, or are you like, holy shit, there's a lot of people in this room? Or you just been around, like,
Is there someone you're psyched to meet in that room?
There are the older players that I admired when I was a kid. So every time I see Smoltz,
yes.
I personally go say, hey, thank you. And
that's
he's,
funny.
it's like so weird to him. He's like, what? And I'm like, yo, I tell you this every time I see you, but I really appreciate you. When I was a kid, it was Maddox, it was Smoltz,
Yeah.
it was
Glavin, yes.
and it was one more. I'm missing
Steve
him.
Avery.
Steve Avery.
Yeah, man.
Lefty, right?
Yeah.
Avery was. So
Yes.
Does he deserve to be named in that? I don't
Avery
wanna
does.
throw
No,
shade at Steve Avery,
Andre
but-
was a Braves fan.
Yeah,
He's a Braves fan. He'll tell you.
Right.
He deserves it.
I was a real Braves fan.
Yeah.
Fred McGriff,
the
David Justice,
crime
Crime
dog.
dog, yeah.
Yeah, Crime Dog was
Jinx.
there, and then Dion was there for a hot second.
Ron
so,
Gant.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah. So, like, I don't watch baseball as much anymore, but those are my guys. So, with certain guys like that, and then Charles Woodson is the other guy because
Right.
I always wanted to go to Michigan, and obviously what he did for Michigan football, like, certain guys like that, those are the ones I'm excited to meet.
Do you give Smoltz like a little, because you have so many titles that you forgot you won the last one? Okay. Do you give hey, you only got one?
They went like 9 times. It felt like,
It
right?
was like 15 times.
Yeah.
Well, they won like 15 straight division titles, I think. Yeah.
But we just won one last year, right? Year before last. When did I stopped watching baseball, but the Braves just won a title, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
What do you make of the Freddie? Are you still a Braves fan?
I don't really watch baseball like at all.
Why? It's boring.
No one does anymore.
Not that it's boring.
David
it's
Wells just told us he hasn't watched baseball in 4 years.
You're not alone.
really.
Yes.
Yeah.
But CC Sabathia, I'm a fan of his.
Yeah.
I see him.
Right.
So I for some reason he's always popping up on my Instagram feed, and it's all golf related.
Right.
It's nothing to do with baseball.
What's the coolest thing for you about this week and this weekend outside of golf?
What's on my mind I can't say.
Andre.
Man,
Let's go.
For real though, like just getting out the house, and just playing golf and hanging with the fellas.
Away
Yeah,
from the
it's fun.
kids.
Like
I
last,
agree.
Like literally last night. Like what's that you see it on Twitter and you see it on Instagram all the time. It's like what women think we're doing versus what
Yes.
we're really doing.
I am.
And it's really like, what were we really doing last night? I listened to my friend, we call him 2 Live, the movie, because he's like a walking movie. He's over here, and he's like 400 pounds. And he's like, the first time he came here, he said, I don't get Tahoe. I don't like Tahoe. There's not too much culture. Ain't too many of us here. I don't understand what is it to Tahoe. But yesterday he came back. He said, I don't know what I was looking at the last time I was here. He's like, this is beautiful. He said, listen, I've never been in a place where the sun is shining so bright on me.
Never stops.
And it's like, it's not cold, but it's a cool breeze. I got a jacket on, and I'm not sweating.
Right.
This is amazing.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's the same day every day.
And all we
Right.
did last night was tell like funny jokes and talk about
That's the best.
the way you live depending on where you grew up, like for East Coast versus Midwest versus West Coast, and it was 2 hours of just comedy back and forth, and it's like, all right, we got to go to bed.
So it's funny because Chris Cody's wife
Yeah.
thought he was sleeping at 11 last night. He was at a craps table
Yeah.
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
This guy over here, Lewis, made a rookie move and told his wife how up he was midway through a trip. Rookie move, right? You got to wait till, because we got 2 more nights, bro.
Ain't no up. It's never a up.
That's what I mean. You just tell it's going okay. That's
you
what
go
you say to the
home. You
missus.
go home with doggy ears in your pockets, inside out, stash the money.
Andre Iguodala with us. New episode of Point Forward
Yes.
is out right now. Andrew Wiggins, Evan Turner
Yeah,
does the
Steve
show with
Kerr a
him.
couple weeks ago. Just,
He's had Steph on a couple of times, but this week or this episode, along with Evan Turner, we should mention,
Yeah.
has Andrew Wiggins on it. So Go check that out. It dropped today, correct?
Yes, we finally
taping
got
this on a Friday, just so everyone knows.
We finally got Wiggs to talk.
Right.
Wiggs doesn't talk, and all-star starter, had an amazing season, and he had amazing finals. Like he really put on a show in the finals, so it was really good to kind of hear his perspective. And a lot of people want to hear from him, don't know him too well, and I feel like he kind of opened up to us, so it was a great episode.
Did you see the meme going around the internet of Jason Tatum at a music festival, and they showed him a picture of Steph Curry as your daddy, and he just kind of was like, I respect. He wasn't upset about it. He was like, yo,
I like
did you
that.
see that? Oh, you don't see the internet stuff? It was trending a few days ago.
But I've been talking to Tatum recently, and he's a big golfer. I got to get him out here.
Yeah.
He's gotten to golf.
He's into golf?
He's big into golf. He wasn't playing, and now he's swinging the club every single day. And you know, all the shooters can play. Anybody that's a good shooter, a basketball player, they're really good at golf.
Is Klay any good?
Klay doesn't have the mental capacity to play golf.
What do you mean by that?
Klay would drift in life. Like Klay would just drift.
Klay likes, he's like a lazy river. Just let life take you where it takes you.
Klay can play 7 holes or he can play 14 holes.
Right.
But he can't play 9 and he can't play 18. So it's always an adventure. I've been playing with him and we got to like the 14th hole and he's like, I'm done. Klay, you might as well finish because we have to go all through the holes to get back. And he's like, nah, I'm out. And he just left. Or after 7 holes, like, all right, I'm out.
He seems like the funnest dude,
But
man.
he won't even say he's leaving. He'll just be driving and he'll just keep going. Klay, where you going? I'll catch y'all later.
Klay's one of those
All
guys.
right, Klay, we'll catch you tomorrow.
Like he's there 1 minute, gone the next.
Yeah.
Like, of that big three,
I love
Steph
that,
Curry
though.
and Draymond get more of like the headlines, but I feel like Klay is such an interesting cat. Like, right? Like, he's so like, he's got a quirky, he's funny. Like, I feel like I would get along with Klay Thompson. I feel like, not that you don't know me that well, but I just feel that way.
Take you, like, it's just almost.
Was there a
as if,
question
like,
there?
just go
Well, my
out.
question was just like, give me Klay Thompson. He gets it. He got the question.
It's hard to explain because you don't know what you're going to get. It's like it's like a box of chocolates.
Right.
There you
It's
go.
like, which Klay we getting today? But they're all good. They're all like cool.
They're all
It's like,
kinda
all right,
tasty.
Clay's not really talking today,
Right.
but he's locked in. All right, Clay's talking a lot. Clay's very retrospective today where he'll just give this long, thought out story. I'm like, oh, he thinks deep. And then other days it's like, you know, he's talking about an Adam Sandler movie, which isn't deep. So it's different ends of the spectrum. So he's just everywhere.
Who's giving the pregame speeches in that locker room?
Pregame
Like, does it
speeches.
move
I'm
around?
guessing it's Andre a lot.
It's really either it's me or Draymond.
Right.
So it depends. So if they're kind of too loose, I gotta reel them in. But if sometimes Draymond got light a fire under him and he'll do that. But so we had a really good balance.
Do you clash with Draymond at all? Just because he seems like the type that could clash with anybody.
No, not at all. Actually, he and I get along really well because we see
But
basketball.
it could be positive.
No, but Chris, I
A
imagine
clash
he
doesn't always bad.
But I imagine he loves his teammates, and his teammates love him in a way that.
No, but it's Draymond and I see basketball the same exact way. So whatever he's thinking, I'm probably thinking the same thing. Now, you know, sometimes Draymond's like challenged the call. I'm like, Draymond, you fouled the dude 3 times on one possession. They could pick any one of the fouls. You can't review it. It's a foul. So those are the only times we might disagree. But other than that, we pretty much agree on the same thing.
But how cool is it for you at this stage of your career, at Steph and Klay and Dre, where you can, like, you guys are you're winning championships for guys like Andrew Wiggins. I know he was a big part of it, but he's never won a title and likely would never have won a title had he not joined the Golden State Warriors. He did it with Durant too. Like, that's got to feel cool for you guys.
Yeah, but we would not have won the championship without them.
Right.
Like Wiggins really put on a show.
He did.
In the finals.
Look at you smiling, man. You're so proud of him.
Because I saw it.
Right.
I'm like, oh, you're this good.
Yeah.
Because you don't see him on a daily basis if he's on an opposing team. You only see him when you play him 4 times a year. So he's like, that kid's got talent, but something's missing, blah, blah, blah. But a good amount of the time you get a guy, you're like, oh, it wasn't you. The same with Otto Porter.
Yeah.
Otto Porter got, $90 million. Everyone was saying he was the highest paid player, or he was the most overpaid player in the league, most overrated player. And then he gets on our team, and I'm like, oh, it was not you. You're really good. The situation you were in was really bad.
Right.
And so getting to see Otto, getting to see Andrew Wiggins daily, I'm like, you guys are really good at. Okay, we got a chance because you guys are going to help us win.
Yeah. Steph Curry seemed to enjoy this one more than the others. Mm-hmm. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I don't think he should have, but yeah, we're all humans.
Right.
And at some point, you just get tired of somebody just poking you, and you really can't respond the way you want to, and then you just do it the way you do on the court, and it's just
Can I be honest? Two of the people poking him were me, okay, and Mike Ryan. Right? Not that he's listening to us or cares about us, Mike. I just threw you under the bus, but we were. I mean, but that's what. But we were validated because that Finals MVP meant a lot to him.
But I don't think that
he didn't need it. Is what you're saying?
He didn't need it. Like Kobe didn't have Finals MVPs when Shaq was there. You know, Shaq got 3, but Kobe was still the best player in the world.
Yeah.
You know, and then he went and got 2. But I think Steph had amazing Finals performance, and I think now we're overlooking. We're looking too deep into games. So Steph will have like 18 points, and they'll say he's not getting the Finals MVP. He played bad. I'm like, no, we won by 20 points.
Right.
He was the reason why we won by 20 points. He took all the attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was almost like when KD got swept by by Boston, and KD averaged 27. He had 4 guys literally guarding him every possession.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was just so happy that he could. I'm saying it for him. Kiss my ass. It's another thing that I would prefer people to do, but I can't say. But we'll just go kiss my ass.
So you played for Spo.
So great, dude.
You played with Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in what that beef was like. That incident. The only time the Heat made national news all year was the incident with Jimmy. They wanted to fight each other. It seemed like
You know
at
what's
one
crazy?
point.
That was
What'd you make
against
of
us. That was against us.
What did you like? What? Give me the inside
So I
scoop on
wasn't
that.
playing.
I want you to take him inside.
I know you're on the other team, but I know you got the inside scoop.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it happen in real time, and somebody was saying, "Look, something's going on over there." So I look up, and they're like pulling each other back. So I didn't know it was Spo and Jimmy, but that's.
But just
culture.
Jimmy, like playing with Jimmy, like that could happen, right? Like what was
I
probably going on
I think
there?
more so is Heat culture. I mean, you go back even farther. Like LeBron doesn't have those moments, but LeBron and Spo have.
They bumped. They had bump gate.
They bumped, and then you've seen D Wade. I think him and Spo have, they've had their interactions.
Of course.
I don't think it's anything like malicious, but that Heat culture is, those emotions are on 10, constantly.
Right.
They don't turn that thing off, and that's why they, I don't know if you call it overachievement. They reach their maximum every year.
Yeah.
Like the team they have goes a little bit further than they're really supposed to, and you got nothing but respect for that organization.
You want KD back?
I mean, what is KD like? Where's KD ranked in terms of his basketball skill set in the world?
You tell us. I mean, top 2, 3.
Exactly. He's top 2, and he's probably not 2.
Who wouldn't want that, right?
So I just saw the Minnesota Timberwolves decline taking KD, and that's why they're in the position that they're in.
Sure.
Because they don't understand. Like Evan Turner says. I'm quoting Evan Turner. Sometimes it's not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Right. So yes is the answer. you want
every team that's won an NBA championship in NBA history has had the top players, the top player on their team. Like name a team that didn't have the best player or one of the best players in the world on their team that won a championship.
Pistons, maybe. That 1 year.
Pistons that 1 year, but Rasheed Wallace.
Awesome player.
Mm-hmm.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yep.
Probably could have been top 5 player in the league for a 10-year stretch. He just chose I'll do my thing over here.
Right.
He was shooting threes from half court. No, he was shooting half court shots, left-handed and right-handed.
Yeah.
If Rasheed Wallace played in modern day basketball today, if he played in our league today, he'll be the top 5 player in the league.
I don't think
he'd be better than Giannis, and I love Giannis.
I don't think people realize that about you, because early on you were the guy getting all the stats on a Sixers team, right? And but you chose winning. You chose winning over that.
Right. And winning's not. I don't know how to even say it. Winning's not really valuable winning's not valuable unless you win a championship.
Right.
But only.
And you've won so many you've forgotten your last one.
But only a certain amount of teams win championships. If you think about it.
Sure.
In the NBA, it's like there's no parity. There's no parity. It's like no, when certain teams and front offices start understanding how do you value winning, you'll start winning.
I'll tell you one thing that was valuable: us winning at the craps table last night. That was valuable.
Right.
Can we really say that? I mean, we're big craps guys right now.
Y'all watch The Wire? Y'all watch The Wire?
No.
You never seen The
Oh,
Wire?
no, I have seen The Wire.
I've never seen it.
Seen it.
You never seen The Wire?
No,
The Wire is
man.
one
I've
of
seen it.
The greatest shows of all time. But there's an episode where the school teacher, the white guy school teacher, is teaching these black kids the probability. And it's hard.
Yeah.
The storyline is it's hard to get kids to pay attention, especially inner city public schools. Taught them probability. These kids went back to where they're from, which is inner city, the hood, and they killed it.
Yeah.
playing shooting craps on the side because
9 to 1.
You know,
Hard
6, 7, 8 is gonna hit more often than others, and then they know how to bet against it. And it's like
these guys are always betting the field. I try to tell them it's the least likely bet. The 2, the 3, the 12, the 11. It's the least likely combinations.
So
they love it though. They love
so the
field.
language of money will always teach, is what you're saying. Like if you teach them, hey,
probabilities though, you use that.
Probability that wins you money, then
true story. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I get it.
Are you like a little like, hey, these guys have never seen The Wire? What the fuck's the matter with them?
No, I'm not surprised that you haven't seen The Wire, but I'm upset because it's a cultural phenom. It's an amazing show. Like you got.
I've seen The Wire.
There's certain shows you have to see. You have to see The Wire. You have to see Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Right.
You know, The Office. You have to have seen. There's certain shows that I feel like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, The Cosby Show was amazing. You know.
Yep.
You know, he's on his last leg, so I can give him his flowers. You know, he did his wrong, but his show was to give you the mindset that you can be African American and you can be successful. You can be a doctor. You can go to college. You know, he's pushing that whole thing, and I'm going too far.
How many more titles? Like, when are you going to be satisfied with titles? Like,
titles? There's other titles I'm trying to get now. So
okay,
that's what I'm looking
like
for.
this one.
No, not even this one. It's in the business world.
Okay. Like, what interests you in business?
I always say basketball is my side hustle. That's my side hustle.
So great.
So I got a venture firm that I just started, and I've been investing in the tech space for the last 8 to 10 years, and
awesome.
I've been investing in early stage startup companies, and if you catch one early and you ride the tailwind, you get 100x or 1000x or whatever it may be. So it's almost like probability too. You're hedging your bets. But if you know business well, then you know how to weed out the bad companies, and then you're hedging your bets with good companies. So it's only going to come. One company can pay for all your investments and plus.
What was the best shot you hit today and the worst shot you hit today?
The best shot I hit today? Oh, my best shot was that 14?
Stick it from
it was 14.
110.
I hit it too far. I hit it 3-wood. I'm hitting my 3-wood too far, and I hit it like a little draw, and it goes in the water.
The ball travels here.
Right, it goes too far, it goes in the water. So I had to drop, and I'm like 168 out, hit a 9-iron, pin high, perfect.
Boom.
So it would have been a great water par, but I missed the putt. So that was my best shot.
Little duff from 100 yards out.
The worst shot must have been the shot that went in the water that made him hit the 168.
No, it was actually a good shot. I just hit too far.
All right, I got
the
you.
worst shot was on 18. I'm in the bunker, and I try to. It's bunker shots from like 75 yards is hard, and I shank it, and I almost killed everybody. It really went like 90 degrees right.
Right.
It went negative yardage. I think it went straight right.
We had a few of those yesterday. We know.
Negative yardage.
Is it hard? Like, it's hard to focus, right? With because there's the expectation of signing the autographs, the fans. You want to be nice to them, and you are nice to them. Yeah. But it's hard. Like, you're not playing your traditional round of golf. You know that.
Yeah.
It's hard,
I think what people don't understand is we really want to play good.
Yeah.
So we're really locked in, and it only takes one person to be upset that you didn't sign their autographs, and then now your mind is
on that,
and then you swing back, and then the worst is when you get a double bogey, and like 10 people say hi, take the picture, sign autograph. And
you're pissed you got a double bogey.
One of the guys I played with was saying today, I just got a double bogey.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me a minute.
That's so great. You don't want to name that person, do you?
But they don't understand. They don't understand that the athlete dynamic where we're so competitive, and that's the beauty about golf is you're not really playing against other people. You're competing against yourself, and when you don't do well, you're not even mad that somebody else did well. You're just really upset with yourself.
Sure.
What percentage of the guys are getting after it out here? Like, who's drinking out here?
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea.
Kelsey and Mahomes.
I saw Josh Allen's guy with a beer in his
I think
hand.
the hockey guy is a Yoshi.
Oshie's in the lead too.
Yeah.
He's getting after it. Let's go.
Well, was it him or I know I played with a guy? It might have been.
I saw
Yoshi.
the guy from Kevin from The Office was chugging a beer on 17.
That's my guy. I always see him.
Madonna, was it? Who was it?
Who was the hockey guy? It was a couple years ago. We played it. It might have been Yoshi, but he wasn't that good.
The hockey guys get after it.
But he was like, "What we doing tonight? We going crazy tonight?" And I'm just like, "Nah, I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm older." And then he came up the next day. He was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm tired." And I went to sleep. He was like, "Man, I'm going again hard tonight." I'm like, this dude's crazy.
Not to like,
obviously,
obviously we don't want to name names, but how many times in your career have you had a teammate where it's like, we got to say something to this guy? He's going too hard. Like, he's living the life that you can have fun and all, but it's affecting work.
It's different. It's different types.
Yeah.
Well, some guys is you got to protect them from overspending.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you like.
Yeah.
I know you like.
I know how much that costs.
I know you like looking good, but all right, let's just cut back on that.
Dial
It's
back
responsibility.
Yeah.
But in terms of like drinking, it's not too many guys that are crazy with the drinking. Like guys are getting smart. Like the less you drink, the longer your career lasts. So I mean, that's easy.
They figure it out quick. They might go like,
But guys don't really drink as much. It's they picked up other things to
herbal stuff.
But the herbal's more natural.
Yeah, no, I love.
It
Trust
is.
me.
But it's crazy because
Legal.
I think in hockey they actually
Oh, the toss of
provided.
Javi.
I heard they provided for the guys, which is safer. So
Yeah.
as long as you're being
Awesome.
safe.
All right, new episode, Point Forward. Andre Iguodala, Evan Turner, Andrew Wiggins is their guest this week. It's a great podcast. Real quickly on the way out here, and we appreciate the time. Do you guys are you somewhat annoyed at times with Steph Curry and how easy life comes to him? Like, he plays golf, he's a scratch golfer. I mean, it's annoying.
Like, can you
right?
be shitty at something?
Like, you're
used to
bad
be.
at something. Is he bad at something?
It used to be. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing in life? Like, is life boring? Like, you don't
I'm
have
just
to-
gonna shoot it from the locker room.
You don't have
before
to try at
the
anything.
game
Like,
starts.
what motivates you? Like, 'cause it's like if everything's that easy, then are you even motivated to do anything? Like, you just pick. I seen him bowl.
What's he terrible
I
at?
seen him bowl like a 280. I'm
Get
like,
outta
what are
here.
you
Is,
doing?
can he like not rollerblade or something?
Then
What's he terrible
I
at?
seen him ping pong. I'm like, he won a ping pong team competition. I'm like, what? Then I seen him throw darts.
Right.
I was like, what is going on?
It's a 5
Can you do
balls.
some digging and find out something
I
he's
figured
shitty
it
at?
out. I figured it out.
What?
Yeah, ever seen The Accountant?
Yeah. That I've seen.
That's who Steph Curry is.
What? Ben Affleck?
He might be
again?
beating his knee. He might be beating his shin late at night. But you know, Ben Affleck, he had Asperger's, but he was an elite
Yes.
hand-eye coordination. He was
Right.
a silent killer.
Yes.
That's who Steph is. He's just a silent killer. He's
So-
good. His hand-eye coordination is just might be top 2 on earth.
If you
out of
ever-
8 billion people.
Can you promise us this? If you figure out the thing he's bad at, can you report
Yeah,
back
seriously.
to us?
Something he's bad at.
Just
I know
figure
what
it
he's
out.
bad. I know what he's bad at.
Give it to
What?
us.
He's bad at saying no.
Well, we asked him to come on, and he said no. No, I'm kidding.
No, we didn't ask him yet. We didn't ask him yet.
He's
He
not
would,
gonna-
he
he's
would
not
say
gonna-
no if Andre was
He's not,
sitting here.
he's not going to answer. He doesn't have the answer, so he doesn't have to say no.
We didn't
Exactly.
actually ask him. To be fair,
We
we're just
didn't ask
messing
him. We
around.
didn't ask
He
him.
came on a podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck this weekend, man.
Appreciate it.
I know you're here to play golf.
Yes.
You take it seriously. Go to sleep early tonight. Get some rest.
But I play so bad that I'm probably playing good because I'm not caring anymore.
Yeah.
I was that bad.
there you go.
Maybe a little craps
If
tonight?
you're interested,
We'll
they'll
be
be at
there.
the craps table
Yeah.
again
Craps
tonight.
table. I might pull up. I might pull up.
Okay.
Night to be a crab table.
Yeah.
Chris's wife will think he's sleeping at 11,
Yeah.
and he'll be out till 5. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
Stop
dude.
being the police to my guy.
Yeah, right. Right.
Point Forward, Andre Iguodala, Evan Turner, Andrew Wiggins, their guests
Yes.
this week. Go check it out. It dropped today. Thank you, Andre.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
Yep.